my name is Elizabeth Wazinski, and today we will be talking about New Year, New Goals. I am with Nexus Youth and Family Services, and I'm so excited to be presenting today this information and sharing it with you. The reason why we're talking about goal setting is because, one, it is the new year, and we're going into a new year with wanting to set goals, obviously, and thinking about what our new year will look like and what 2024 will be for us. We will be talking about in the slides the research that shows the importance of goal settings, and we will be talking about SMART goals. We will be talking about importance of goals for our mental health, and we will also be talking about if we do fail a goal, how to come back from that. And there's also so much more information. So follow along with these slides, and yeah, I'm excited to dive in. So the reason why goals are important and goal setting is important is it helps us shape our resilience. So if we do fail a goal, we figure out how to come back from that failed goal, and we can see where we went wrong and kind of navigate that. It fosters our growth, and it really helps us to become like striving towards more, and it helps us to want to achieve that next thing. It measures our progress, so measuring our progress within the goal is important because it helps us to see where we're at in our life and what we want to keep achieving. It helps us manage our time effectively, so actions and decisions and what we're putting into our lives and the things that we are choosing for our lives isn't necessarily going to be fitting for our goal and what we want to achieve towards the end. It also helps us boost confidence as we see these goals that we are achieving and getting under our belt. We see these, and it motivates us because of the fact that we're excited that we are achieving these things for our lives. It also helps us to maybe drive change. So maybe some of us need to have that change in our life and that mix up of, okay, what can I do differently this year? And it provides the clarity that we need to just achieve our dreams overall. So there are some benefits of goal setting. It increases resilience. So increasing resilience looks like it is an anchor in your tough time. Let's say that you are going through a tough time, and these goals help you to have an anchor, and it provides you direction and where you want to go, even staying focused and motivated in those challenges. And it also increases resilience because of the fact that when you are in those times where it is hard to keep going, you find that extra ounce and that extra thing to give, and it helps you in that moment. It also helps foster growth and mindset. This is a huge benefit because you are always growing as an individual, and so to write out on paper, this is what I want to complete. This is what I want to complete in the new year. This is what I want to complete in this time of my life. And having it be very specific, and it just encourages you to keep growing as an individual. It boosts your confidence when things are being completed, goals are being completed, and you looking back on that, or even taking the baby steps to get there, it gives you that extra ounce of confidence and boosts your self-esteem when you are seeing those things. It helps you measure progress. Measuring progress is super important because you see where you're going, and you see the progress that you've already completed in the past with that goal that you had in mind. And it helps you to push forward and keep going, and looking back on that, you can feel that and feel that progress that is happening and really be proud of yourself in that moment. It promotes time management. So promoting time management, it helps you block out a specific time to get these goals completed. Let's say you're wanting to go to school, or let's say you're so focused on your work and that's your goal and your career is, you're focusing on that, allocating that time to those things is important for goal setting. And so it helps you to break down your time management. It motivates behavior change. So if, let's say, your goal is to improve your mental health and improve some of the thoughts you've been having, that really motivates you to, change those behaviors and to keep reminding yourself in those times, okay, nope, I'm doing this today. I'm changing this, like reframing those thoughts or those behaviors that you did in the past. It provides clarity and direction. So it gives you somewhere, an end goal that you want to go. And it provides an end point. And then it, after that, you can continue on if it's a goal for mental health. But it provides you overall that clarity and that direction. So research shows a few things, that setting goals are correlated to high self-esteem, high motivation, self-confidence, and achieving success. With this, it helps us give us a roadmap of where we want to go. If we see these things, these goals written down on a piece of paper and we are completing these goals, it gives us that motivation to want to keep going, to want to keep driving for that success that we are seeing within our goal setting. It also helps us to have that confidence in ourselves and give us that confidence that we need when we are seeing all these goals that we are completing. Research also shows that if we have clarity within our goals, it helps us to set a clear path to success. It helps us guide our actions and our decisions, and that makes us think about the goal that we want to achieve, and we chase after it. It also eliminates confusion and enhances our focus. And when we are focused, we are committed. When we are focused on our goal, it helps us to be committed. And being committed is crucial because when we are invested in our goals, it brings us to the motivation portion. And having a higher investment and a buy-in within our goal of this is what we want to complete, this is what I want to do, it brings us to a journey of success because of the fact that we are able to have that commitment and that investment within the goal. So when it comes down to goal setting, there are a ton of different types of goals. There are short-term goals, there are long-term goals, there's professional goals, there's personal goals, there's SMART goals. So we're going to start by talking about the short-term goals. So these goals are aimed to be completed in a specific time duration, typically within a few days, weeks, or months. And this is something that is achieved, like I said, in a short amount of time. And it's something that is you're wanting to complete in a time period. Long-term goals, so these are a little more futuristic. These are aimed to be within several years. It could be like, I want to complete school and complete my bachelor's, or I want to complete, this health journey that I'm on. So long-term goals are more focused towards overarching, and it requires a consistent effort over time. So continuing on types of goals, there's personal goals. So personal goals usually focus on more so on the self-improvement, and this could be focusing on things that you want to achieve personally. So for example, this could be, I want to go on a bike ride every day for my exercise. I want to have this thought instead of this thought. I want to be kinder towards my brother or sister. Personal goals help you develop things that you want to self-improve on. And then there's professional goals. Professional goals focuses around your career, your work, your professional lifestyle. So where you want to go with your work or career. This could look like I want to read more books on this so I'm more knowledgeable on my profession. This could also look like coming in and working harder and making time management a priority. It could look like a number of different ways in your professional and personal life. So there are elements to goal setting. The thing that you want to think about is how strong your goal is. If it's strong, then it would stretch you. And if it's going to stretch you, there's going to be some difficulty to it. And you want to have that difficulty because then you can see that performance and that capability that you didn't expect or know of yourself in completing the goal that you are achieving for yourself. There's also that creativity component. You want to have new approaches to the things. You want to be able to find yourself doing something different than you normally would, get yourself out of that norm to achieve the desired outcome, to achieve something that you would not normally do. That could be a great way to build a strong goal for yourself and something that you don't normally do. So another key element to strong goal setting and creating strong goals for yourself is SMART goals. I'm sure some of you have heard of SMART goals, but what SMART goals is an acronym that makes your goal more attainable. It helps build a framework to have specific and measurable goals that help you get to that achievement. So the S stands for specific, the M stands for measurable, the A stands for attainable, the R stands for relevant, and this T stands for time-based. So with specific, you want to see what your specific goal and desired outcome is. Where do I plan to go with this? What is the direction that it's going to take me? How can I get there? What are the specifics of it? The measurable part is how will I evaluate this achievement? What timestamp can I put on this? How will I know that this goal is ended? Attainable is just making sure that this goal is achievable and not too futuristic, not too crazy, not too out of the realm of being able to complete it. Relevant is does this focus on what I want? Is this something that I want to achieve for myself? Is this something I want to see myself complete? Time-based, so making sure that you have a time of when the goal is going to be achieved. Down below, I included an example goal of a SMART goal. And down below you can see it says I want less negative thoughts. So this goal isn't very specific. It isn't measurable at all. And so it's something that isn't considered a SMART goal, but I'm going to put it into a SMART goal. So the specifics of it, I will practice mindfulness meditation for 15 minutes every day. So that makes it specific. So I know that every single day I'm going to practice doing this for 15 minutes. And then every time a negative thought arises, I will reduce their frequency. So what that looks like is every time I have a negative thought, I'm going to reframe it as something else in a positive light. So that is very specific. Measurable, so I will maintain a daily journal to track both my meditation sessions and instances where I practice gratitude for negative thoughts. So this looks like every single day tracking when I am meditating and meditating for 15 minutes and what that looked like. And then I will also track the negative thoughts and how I reframed them. And then it also has a 25% decrease. I said I'm going to aim this to decrease this in 25% throughout the month. And so that gives a specific number of what I'm looking at, like what I want to do to decrease this thought or these thoughts and to practice mindfulness meditation. To make sure it's attainable, I am going to be dedicating it 15 minutes daily to mindfulness meditation. So making sure that I'm doing that 15 minutes every day makes it obtainable. It also will help me actively practice gratitude when I'm journaling. And so when I'm journaling, this will make the goal obtainable because I'm looking at my goal and I'm looking at the mindfulness meditation and I'm seeing that, okay, this is what I am doing to obtain this goal. With the relevancy, I want to personally, this isn't my personal goal, but if this was my personal goal, this is personal to me, and why this is personal to me is because I want to have a more positive and peaceful mindset. So just having that relevancy in there of the goal. And then having time bound. So committing 15 minutes of mindfulness meditation and also committing to journaling to track. And it will help me monitor and create time slots and allocate time to my goal. So goal setting has an impact on mental health. Goals, initially, they improve your mood. And the way that this happens is we see that accomplishment and we see that achievement and that success going on in our life, and that creates happiness, that gives us excitement, and that triggers our brain to have that dopamine, that release of dopamine from the reward system. It just gives us that natural dopamine release, which improves mood and contributes to it. It helps us build our self-esteem as well. So achieving small goals, we see this and it gives us that boost of like, wow, I can do this. I can put my mind to this goal and complete it. I can do these little things or these big things and these big milestones. And it shows us and reinforces our abilities that we do have. It also enhances resiliency. So with certain goals, there is a mountain and it's like climbing, and you are trying to get to the top just to see the fruition and see what you have completed. And sometimes getting to the top can be really hard, and within that, it's not easy to complete. And so having that self-determination, it teaches us to keep going in times that we do want to quit. It also shows us that we problem solve, like how to problem solve. If our goal isn't working out, how to readjust. And it also shows us the persistency that we do have within ourselves to keep going within the goals that we want to complete for ourselves. So continuing on to impact goals have on mental health, it helps us with stress reduction. By breaking down tasks into smaller ones, it helps us to put them into more manageable steps. And when we see that things are able to be broken down into more manageable steps, this helps us to eliminate the stress, because we're like, okay, so we can do that and we can break this down and I can get there. It helps us to get to those more those goals in more manageable ways. It also helps us develop personal growth. So oftentimes with goals, we are stepping out of our comfort zone. And when we step out of our comfort zone, it can feel a little uncomfortable at times, and it can feel like we're being stretched like a rubber band. And when we're doing that, it helps us to grow. It helps us to develop that personal growth. And it promotes that progress when we see it into fruition and completed. So there are challenges and solutions that I have listed below for goal setting. And some of these include, so over ambitious goals. So if we are too ambitious with our goals or not specific enough, this could discourage us and create us not to fulfill the goal. So the solution that written down I have here is just setting realistic goals and making sure that they are achievable. Another challenge would be lack of clarity. So if it's not specific enough and it's too broad, or there's not a time frame, this could affect completing the goal. And so just getting specific towards your goals and making sure, like I said earlier, using those SMART goals to keep you on track. Procrastination is a huge one. Sometimes we set these goals and we're like, we'll start it tomorrow. Maybe I'll start it the next day. If we are doing that, then it hinders our wanting to complete the goal. So creating a detailed plan with SMART goals and outlining steps to get there is a great way for procrastination. And also having an accountability partner, and having somebody check in on you and checking in on how your goal is going. Losing focus or motivation in the goal. So this could happen especially in goals that are the long-term goals. And so sometimes we end up losing sight of our motivation or losing sight of our goal, and sometimes we get lost because the goal feels so drawn out and long. The solution is to break your goal into smaller milestones and celebrate your smaller milestones, so that way you can see the progress that you are creating. What is it that you want to achieve? How will you measure your progress? Is this achievable? Can it be accomplished? Is this worthwhile, your goal? And how long will it take to accomplish? And when is your end date? These are some things that you can use towards your own goal. So some techniques I have for goal setting. Using the SMART goal framework is really important because it helps you, like I said, put specific on a goal, and it helps you to achieve it. Journaling is a great strategy. This helps you to journal down what you want, what you want in life and where you want to go. It helps you get everything that you have in your mind and put it on paper to organize your goal. Having an accountability partner, like I talked about earlier, being sure that you have somebody that's going to be right there with you, checking in with you, keeping you on track if you are getting in that rut of lack of motivation and lack of focus. So yeah, having somebody to check in with you. And then having a time block. So allocating specific blocks of time in your day to help you achieve the goal that you want to achieve. So how to come back from a failed goal. Take time, reflect where you went wrong, reflect on why it was that you didn't complete that goal, accept it, evaluate and learn what you did wrong. Was there too much ambition? Was there lack of commitment? And evaluate without self-judgment. And then adjust. So modify your goal and look at the goal that you had previously and see how you can rework your new one and adapt to that and continue on. So once you evaluated the failed goal and you learned what went wrong and looked at it, set up a new plan and make adjustments to your new plan and kind of make adjustments to the original plan that you had and break it down into small, more achievable steps. And then seek support. That accountability partner is very crucial for goal setting, because having somebody right there with you, encouraging you and giving you new perspectives and guidance is really important to goal setting. And then make sure to take action after, get back up and try again. Don't be scared to try again. Be consistent and committed and track your goal, and make sure you track your progress as well. And so that way you can look back and see okay, this is what I did this time differently, and this helped me. So just remembering that challenges are going to happen, and it is normal when making progress towards a goal, and it helps build resilience, and it's not easy, but you just have to keep going and keep trying. Happy goal setting, and I hope that you took something away from this. Remember to have grace with yourself and to be kind to yourself and not be judgmental when setting goals. And I hope that growth comes from this and that you can see goals completed for yourself. Thank you.